live look at the White House tonight, where come January 20th, there could be a new president there. But will a possible transfer of power be peaceful? Congressional Republicans spent much of the day pushing back against the president's suggestion that if he loses the election, there won't be a peaceful transition of power. As WBZ's Kristina reports, President Trump's comments were even criticized by Governor Charlie Baker.
At the end of his daily COVID-19 press conference, Governor Baker was asked about President Trump's comments. He said he's appalled and will do whatever he can to guarantee a smooth election.
Mail-in balloting has been with us forever.
Governor Baker says he voted by mail in the Massachusetts primary and says the system was a success with record turnout. This as President Trump discredits the mail-in ballot process ahead of the November election.
We have to be very careful with the ballots. That's a whole big scam.
On Wednesday, the president would not commit to a peaceful transfer of power if he loses the 2020 election to Joe Biden. Today, the White House is dealing with the fallout.
We want to make sure the election is honest, and I'm not sure that it can be.
In a million years, I never imagined that in the United States we would be talking about this. But
BU law professor Jack Bierman and other experts say this is unprecedented behavior that stirred up Republican Governor Baker's emotions.
How many times at the end of an election have we heard the words, "The people have spoken"?
He says he speaks for the majority of elected officials.
Those of us who serve in public life will do everything we can to make sure that the people's will is followed through and executed on. Because that is fundamentally why there's a United States of America in the first place.
And in the 2016 election, Governor Baker, who is a Republican, did not support then candidate Donald Trump. At the State House, Kristina, WBZ News.